Hello and welcome back. So, it's been a month. A month. Oof. I'm so sorry, my king, queens, and everybody that's in between. I'm so sorry. It's been a month. It's been a month, and actually, I was putting this off for so long because I wanted to make a new video weeks ago, but I was putting it off because I knew I was gonna have spring break soon, and I was just waiting for spring break, and now it's been a month. Yeah, that's so cute to see of me, isn't it? Isn't it? If you're new here, which you shouldn't because this is part 2 of Toby X listener, but if you are new, hi, I'm Ash. And if you hear music in the background, that is because I need music to distract me from my voice. Because I hate my voice. Yet I make these because for some reason people like listening. But in the last video, I had to listen to it. Oh my, because it's been a month. I had to listen to it because I forgot what happened, and basically that last video was a intro to what was gonna happen in part 2. I could have probably shortened it up so little, but I didn't, and it was like what, over 10 minutes long. This will be hopefully just 10 minutes, maybe a little longer. I don't know. I might end up making a comfort audio with Ticci Toby after this. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I want to do. But yeah, let's get into it. Oh wait, there might be cussing either just from me talking or actually in the video. You'll see. Okay, so you, it's no, well, it's been a week since the last time, or since the incident happened, and you're still upset. In fact, you had to move to online school after everything that happened, which obviously was not good for anybody in that moment. Not good for you, not good for your friends, not good for the people around you in general. And so now, after that whole ordeal, and after doing the online classes, you've been drawn towards the woods lately. Which usually you weren't really into the woods or whatever. Well, you'd go out there, but you weren't like wanting to go there as much as you were now. Like, as soon as you were done with schoolwork, you'd be like, let's go outside. And usually that wasn't how it was before the incident. It was just, yeah, I'm just gonna relax. But now it's like, I want to go outside. So now, you've changed a little bit after the fact. I mean, obviously, you're gonna go through changes, but your style, not really your personality, but a little bit of your personality and a little bit of the way you acted and the interests were different after the incident, which was odd because you didn't notice it at first, but of course, nobody really notices when they change. Usually it's the people around them. And after that first week, right, you I'm trying to think of the word. You go, I don't want to say crazy, but you hallucinate that you see Ticci Toby out of either the corner of your eye or even hear him in the woods, which of course was really weird. And then you started seeing papers. Now, you wouldn't actually go touch them. You'd kind of stare at them from afar because you didn't know what they were. You just kind of didn't want to touch them, and you know what I mean, right? You just didn't want to have anything to deal with them because you didn't know what they meant, what they did, if there was some type of drug on them or whatever. So you just didn't touch them, but you'd look at them. Until about the 3-week mark, you decide to touch one. It's weird. You touch it, and all of a sudden, you kind of, when you touch it, you start, the sounds around you become louder. Oh my god, my brain is not with me right now. And you're like, whoa, what the hell? And you start looking around you, and all of a sudden you can hear this, TV static, right? And it's weird, very weird. It's blasting in your ears. And it's whoa, 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 what the heck is happening? What the heck, man? And you start looking around frantically. You even drop the paper, but it just didn't stop. And in your mind, you're like, no, I shouldn't have touched the darn paper. And then when you look up, you see another paper. And you're drawn to it. Drawn to it. You want to instantly touch it. So obviously, without thinking, you just instantly go up to it and grab it. And after that, the ringing stopped for a brief couple of minutes. So you kind of sit down and take a breather until you can hear it again. So you start trying to find your way out of the woods, but you can't. It is getting late now. You'd say about 3 p.m. No, 7 p.m. About 7 p.m. And the sun is basically almost down. And you've found now 4 papers. And you're like, what are these papers even? Why do I feel drawn to them? You're weirded out by these papers. And all of a sudden, when you go to grab the 5th paper, the ringing gets louder and louder and louder as you step towards that 5th paper. You look behind you and you see a tall figure. No face and suit. That's all you can really tell because it's now dark. You're in shock, of course, because a no-faced figure with no skin pigment, just white, like paper. Who is this? And you hurry up and grab that paper, but the ringing kind of stops you from laying a finger on it, and you fall to the ground because it's that loud. You put your hands up to your ears, and you see blood is coming out of them. You're wondering what the fuck is happening. And then all of a sudden, you black out and wake up in your room again. When you wake up, you're in your room. You don't hear anything, you don't see anything, nothing's off. But you still remember what happened. You're wondering what happened. But you feel fine, you feel normal. You touch your ears, you look around, you touch everything, and nothing's off. Hearing's fine, nothing, no ringing, and so you go on with your day. But you don't get hungry throughout the day. In fact, it's weird. Not when you wake up, not in the afternoon, not even when it's dinner time. In fact, when your mom calls you down for dinner and you see what's for dinner, it's your favorite food. But you don't want it. You're not hungry. And your mom is like, "Hun, you haven't ate all day. What do you mean you're not hungry? You haven't even really came out of your room. Except for maybe go to the bathroom." And, of course, you want to eat it, but you don't really feel like you should. But, of course, you sit down and try to take a couple of bites, but you're just not for it. In fact, after you take those couple of bites, you get a little sick. And you run to the bathroom and throw up. And your mom checks you for even fever. Nothing. Of course, at first, nobody paid mind to it. Maybe it was just some dumb thing. But then, afterwards, for, a couple of days, you haven't been eating, you've only drinking water. And that's it. You haven't eaten, you haven't drinking anything else. If you even tried to drink anything else or eat, your body would reject it. But there became hunger, even if you couldn't eat the food that your mom would make or any food in the house. Hunger started growing. A bad hunger. Of course, you try to eat or you try to drink something else than water, but your body would keep rejecting it, and slowly you couldn't even drink water. It was really weird. But hunger kept growing. But you didn't know what to eat. You didn't know what to drink anymore. Until you got a cut on your hand or your arm. And it was a pretty big one. You were helping your mom chop some food and your finger kind of got a pretty large cut. And your mom offers to get a Band-Aid. And so she gets a Band-Aid and you look at the blood and you're drawn towards it. For some odd reason, of course. And so you lick it. You, in fact, lick all the blood off of your finger. And your mom puts the Band-Aid on and now you're not too hungry. It was weird. But along with those couple of days with your hunger stuff, you kept seeing that white figure and Toby and hearing static and Toby as well. It was weird. Very weird. But you kept going to the woods even after everything that happened because you still felt drawn towards it. In fact, that's where you see Ticci the most. Where you see Toby the most. So you'd always want to go there. In fact, when you see Toby, you try to run after him. But then all of a sudden, it was like a mirage. He just disappear as soon as you got too close. Of course, you didn't want to think anything of it, but you thought you were slowly going insane. But one fateful day, while you were in the woods, you saw a looks like to be human, a dead one. TW, this might be really disgusting. I should probably put a TW warning at the beginning of the video, but I didn't know I was gonna go this south. So TW, this might get weird and disgusting, and there's gonna be talk about blood and human flesh and cannibalism. Anyways, and so you see it, and all of a sudden your hunger becomes even more like strong. In fact, way more than you could handle. So you run to the body and you start eating it. The blood on your hands and even on your knees because you were wearing shorts. You obviously didn't want to eat it, but it was good. Too good. So when you were done eating it, it felt like you blacked out for a moment. And when you saw the blood and the carcass and everything and knew that you ate it, you wanted to throw up, but you couldn't. It didn't come back up. You felt disgusting, but you thought it was so good. Obviously, you run back to your house, taking a quick shower and pretending like nothing happened. But that night, you go back to the woods, and you see the figure again. No face, just a tall, white, wearing a suit, black suit figure. And you see Toby next to him this time. You go up to hug him, and it actually works. He also says hi. But then you look up to see the tall white figure. Of course, you didn't know what to do. You kind of just stared at him. When he said, "Hello, YN, I was expecting you to come back. Would you like to come with me?" And of course, if Toby was going, then you'd say yes. So, of course, you said yes. As you guys are walking, you kept staring at Toby. Kept looking at him intently because you didn't think you'd ever see him again. I mean, obviously, you kept seeing him, but knowing that he was still alive made you feel happy. Finally, you reached the mansion. And that's it. Oh my god. It feels so good to do this again. Well, this is your guys' video. I hope you guys know that this backstory part, this is gonna be for all my creepypastas now because it adds a good backstory. So this whole backstory part will be for you guys as YN. Yeah. Oh, and YN does not mean what it is now perceived as. It's your name, not the other meaning. Just to make that clear. Yeah. I hope you all have a good day, night, noon. I don't know what time it is for you. Subscribe if you like this content. like if you'd like to, comment ideas. I'm all ears. Bye bye.